Welcome to Karma's Harvest. Today, we explore a chilling tale of a sister who sought to dismantle her brother's lifelong dream, only to have the digital footprints of her malice lead straight back to her own door. This is a story of envy, betrayal, and the inevitable return of the seeds we sow. In the quiet, picturesque town of Oak Ridge, Ethan was a man known for his integrity and his sourdough. After years of saving every cent from 3 different jobs, he opened the Golden Grain, a bakery that quickly became the heartbeat of the community. People didn't just come for the bread, they came for the warmth Ethan radiated. He was the kind of man who would give a fresh loaf to a struggling neighbor and pretend he'd simply baked one too many. But while the town celebrated Ethan's success, a storm was brewing in the heart of his older sister, Clara. Clara had always viewed life as a zero-sum game. In her mind, every compliment Ethan received was a slight against her. Every customer in his shop was a reminder of her own stagnating career in middle management. She didn't see a brother's hard work, she saw a rival who needed to be humbled. The sabotage started small. Anonymous, 1-star reviews began appearing on travel sites, claiming the kitchen was unsanitary. Ethan, puzzled but diligent, redoubled his cleaning efforts, not knowing the calls were coming from within his own family. But Clara wasn't satisfied with a few bad reviews. She wanted his ruin. She spent weeks meticulously crafting a narrative. She created fake social media accounts, fabricated stories of food poisoning, and even went as far as to tip off the local health inspector with forged photos of infestations. The pressure began to take its toll on Ethan. Sales dipped, and the light in his eyes began to dim. He couldn't understand why the town he loved was suddenly turning its back on him. The climax of Clara's plan was a community exposé she organized via a local Facebook Live event. She claimed she had evidence that her brother was using expired ingredients to save money. She wanted to appear as the concerned whistleblower, the tragic sister forced to speak the truth for the public good. The night of the live stream arrived. Half the town tuned in, including Ethan, who sat in his darkened bakery, heart in his throat. Clara started her presentation, sharing her screen, to show what she claimed were leaked invoices. But in her rush to deliver the final blow, Clara made a fatal technical error. Instead of opening the specific folder of forged documents, she accidentally shared her entire desktop, including a browser window she had forgotten to close. For 3 long, agonizing minutes, as she searched for her files, the entire town of Oak Ridge stared at her recent search history, laid bare in chronological order. The screen displayed how to buy fake negative reviews for a bakery, Photoshop tutorial adding rats to kitchen photos, anonymous tip line for health department, how to destroy a small business reputation without getting caught, Ethan's bakery bank account login attempt. The chat section of the live stream, which had been filled with shocked emojis directed at Ethan, suddenly went silent. Then it exploded. The town wasn't seeing a whistleblower, they were looking at a predator. Clara, oblivious for a moment, kept talking about integrity and safety until she finally looked at the comments. Her face drained of color. The realization hit her like a physical blow. She had not only failed to ruin Ethan, she had documented her own malice for everyone to see. The fallout was immediate. The health inspector, who had been watching, realized the photos were fraudulent. The local authorities looked into the invoices, which were quickly proven to be forgeries. But the social cost was even higher. Clara became a pariah. She was fired from her job for ethical violations, and the neighbors who once greeted her now looked away in disgust. Ethan's bakery, on the other hand, saw a surge of support unlike anything Oak Ridge had ever seen. The harvest was bountiful for him. The town rallied, holding a community bread day to make up for his lost revenue. Ethan eventually forgave Clara, but the trust was a shattered vase that could never be glued back together. He continued to bake, his shop busier than ever, a living testament to the fact that while lies run sprints, the truth runs marathons. Clara had planted seeds of thorns, and in the end, she was the only one who had to walk through them. Remember, the world is a mirror. What you put out eventually finds its way back to you. This has been Karma's Harvest.